boys and girls, to our brand new series called Unusual. I feel a little unusual myself these days. Does anybody know what unusual means? I bet you guys had the right answer. Unusual means something that you might not really expect, something uncommon or unique. I love that there are so many unusual and unique animals that God has created for us to enjoy and admire. For example, what is a narwhal exactly? Why do skunks hate the smell of lemons? Like, they're one to talk, right? How can an ant carry up to 20 times its own weight? Unusual animals are interesting and unique, just like the story of King David in the Bible. It was unusual for David to become a king, and he didn't always get things right. But his story teaches us that God uses unlikely people, gives unexplainable joy, and we're going to use our imaginations to get to know an unchangeable God who does unexpected things. We can't wait to get started. Let's go!
Hey kids! I'm Zookeeper. And every week I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you about a different, weird, and wonderful animal. I'm so glad that God was so creative when He made the animals. Did you know that there are over 8.6 million species of animals in the world? I wonder how He did it. Did He experiment before He decided that a giraffe has a long neck and a hummingbird had those tiny wings that can beat 10 times a second? Here's a fun animal fact for you. Sea otters sometimes hold hands while they all float and sleep on their backs, so no one floats away from their group. Isn't that adorable? You wouldn't expect animals in the wild to do something like holding hands with each other, right? God's creation is full of unexpected surprises like these, which includes all of us. Today's big idea is God does unexpected things. Welcome everyone to today's episode of Surprise! I'm Chip Dorito. Every week we get one fortunate contestant to win a brand new car. Yes, you heard that right, a brand new car. Today our contestant is Winnie Winnerson. Welcome, Winnie.
Hi, I am so excited to be here today. I love winning things. Oh, Chip, you are my favorite game show host.
Please call me by my full name, Chip Dorito.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Chip Dorito.
Okay, all you have to do is roll the letters W-I-N in 5 rolls, and you will win a special surprise curtain number 1. Are you ready?
I am so excited. I love surprises.
Go ahead. And perfect. Next.
W and an I.
There we go, let's see. I, perfect. Okay, one more letter. Oh,
Okay,
one more time.
I have 2 more rolls. One more spin. W! I got W-I-N. I'm a winner. That's why my parents call me Winnie Winnerson.
We have a winner. Okay, let's see what she has won. I have great news with you, Whitney. You are today's big winner. You have won our biggest surprise yet. Are you ready to see your prize?
I'm ready.
This is your brand new car. Well, aren't you excited to see your new car?
I'm so excited. Is it here? Can I take it home with me?
Yes, let's go.
I won.
If you come around over here, perfect. And there you go. You can pick it up if you'd like.
Oh. Thank you, I guess.
Let's go back, and then we can talk about it.
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Chip Dorito, this is only a little bit generous. It's not really exactly what I expected. When you said a new car, I kind of thought I'd actually be able to sit in it and drive it home.
This is a low-budget game show, Winnie. What did you expect? I'm out of here.
Well, the good news is I don't need a garage and I can just fit it in my purse. Well, this kind of reminds me of a Bible story I heard about King David. God gave a great promise to him that not only would his family be the leaders of Israel forever, but that the Messiah, it's Jesus, would one day come from his family. I imagine that that's kind of how David felt after he received these amazing promises from God. God surprised him with the unexpected, and you know what? God still surprises us with the unexpected too. Sometimes it will be even better than we imagined. Not like my brand new car here. It is a convertible. That's something, I guess. Well, I guess I'm gonna walk home with it. Who remembers what the Ark of the Covenant was? That's right, the Ark of the Covenant was the special gold box we talked about last week that had the power of God all around it. Now, remember how happy King David was about getting it to Jerusalem? Can anyone remember what he did? That's right, David danced in his underwear. But once David finally took a break from all the partying and dancing, he stopped and thought to himself, I live in this big, fancy schmancy castle, but the Ark of the Covenant, even though it's the most special object in the whole wide world, is in a tent. But then David had an idea. I will build a house for God. I'm the king. I can build anything. It just made sense to him. King David had the money and the power, and the ark needed a more special place to be, he thought. David had completely expected to get right to work, carrying out his plan to build a home for it. God loved David and was pleased with David's desire to build a special place for the Ark of the Covenant. But one day, God sent a message to David through a man named Nathan. This message was a special message because this message was a promise from God. You see, it wasn't a part of God's plan to have David build that special house. God was going to use David's son to do it instead. Not only did God promise to see David's son through the project, but God also promised to make David's family the leaders of Israel forever, all the way through David's children's children's children, and so on. Now that was unexpected.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I just had to, what's this?
I don't know.
Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Where in the world did this come from?
I'm not sure. It was here when I got here.
Unusual. It's not even my birthday. Dear Carl, you're doing a great job doing Grow TV. I think you're pretty fantastic.
Why
Wow, that's really nice. Should I see what's inside?
Why not?
All right. Oh my goodness. This is the most glorious thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty cool, Carl.
Hey, you need tape, Andy? Don't worry, I'll just grab it off my new Golden Dog tape dispenser. It's incredible. Best gift ever.
Anything else in the bag?
I don't know, let me see. Oh, I mean, it's just $500 in cash, but this tape dispenser, it's golden and it's a puppy.
That's totally you.
Yeah, I love it. But you know what?
What?
It makes me wonder, who gave this to me?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you want to jump into today's story?
Totally, can't wait. Where's it at?
2 Samuel chapter 7.
Are we still talking about King David?
We are. King David has a very busy and eventful life.
That's what I'm starting to realize. How lucky are we that we get to read all about it?
Very. Now, do you remember what we talked about last week?
Well, if I remember correctly, we were talking about how David and the Israelites brought the Ark of the Covenant back to the people.
That's right, and there was a lot of celebration.
Of course, having the Ark there meant that God's presence was always with them.
Absolutely. Now, having the Ark of the Covenant back meant David was thinking of it a lot, and he came up with a really good idea.
Chocolate fountain!
What?
Sorry, whenever I come up with a great idea, I just think of a chocolate fountain. Maybe some strawberries. Marshmallows. Using those little tiny kebab sticks to stick them in the chocolate. Oh, sorry, continue.
The great idea that David had was to build a temple.
A temple? That's it? What makes that so special?
Well, this temple wouldn't just be any temple. This temple would be built specifically for the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh wow, that makes total sense. I mean, the Ark is really special. It probably deserves its own space.
Yep, that's exactly what David thought, and God agreed.
Really? God thought it was a good idea too?
Yeah, God didn't need a fancy temple, really, but it would be a great place for people to come together and worship.
Wow, so they built a beautiful building so all of God's people can come and worship. What a perfect ending to a perfect story. What?
It's actually not the end of the story, Carl.
What are you talking about? They got the Ark, they built the temple, and a chocolate river is flowing down the middle.
No chocolate fountain.
Okay, well, I realized the temple wasn't perfect, but I mean, bam! Happy forever!
Well, God had a different plan.
Wait, you said God okayed the building of the temple.
I did, and God did, but it wasn't going to be David who built the temple. God said that it would be David's son.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. God knew that one day David's son Solomon would also become king, and he would build the temple at the right time.
I mean, I guess that's kind of neat, but I bet David was a little bummed.
Maybe, but he was thankful that God would give such an amazing honor to someone in his family. Even though he wouldn't get to be a part of it, it showed David that God would always be working through his family and taking care of everyone, even after his time as king was over.
Wow, I didn't think about it like that. I guess God always keeps us on our toes.
Yep, you got that right. God does unexpected things.
Yeah. Wait! That's our big idea! Our big idea today is God does unexpected things.
So let's say it loud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
God does unexpected things!
Yeah.
Yes! God does. Yeah, God does.
All right, all this talk of chocolate fountains has really got me hungry, Carl.
It would be pretty cool, right?
Cool? More like fantastic.
You got that right. Wait a minute. Fantastic? You just said fantastic. That was a word written in the note. Andy, did you give me this gift?
You got me.
Why didn't you tell me?
I just wanted to surprise you.
Well, thank you. That was very unexpected.
Well, you know what else was unexpected?
What?
This right here. How's it going? See you next week, kids.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
This month we're learning about the life of David, and our memory verse is one of my favorites. It's amazing. And I just decided while I was in the kitchen baking, I thought I'd just kind of make our memory verse like this. Is that okay? Okay, so here you go. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. Isaiah 55:8. Okay, you got it? Awesome. So we practice that this week, and as we go and do... Oh no.
As we go and do... Oh,
Guys, I messed up the memory verse. Okay, now we're gonna have to say it without anything on it. Okay, can you do it? Can you guys do it? Because I don't have time to pick up all these letters again. Okay, you ready? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways
your ways, declares the Lord. Isaiah 55, ... what is it? 8. You guys did it! That's amazing. Now I gotta clean up this mess.
Thanks guys again for joining us. We had a great time, and let's close our time together in prayer. Dear God, thank you for the promise you made to David, which was far better than what we had in mind. We are thankful that your promise includes all of us. Help us to remember that when you do unexpected things, you show us that you love us and have the very best in store for us. Amen. See you next week, guys.